guys, it's Rich Trenholm. I'm one of the race directors for the Tri-Muskokan, and I can only imagine how excited and nervous all of you are to get back into the racing mode for this year after a couple of years of being off with COVID. And we're so excited to have you guys back. We put this race on for you, and we want to make sure that this is an amazing experience and that everything is thought of, and we try to tweak it every year based on feedback to make sure that this is the penultimate experience for veterans in the sport, or people who are taking the courage to do their first event. So a lot of the information I'm going to go over in this video applies to both the tri and the short course. So listen to the couple of points of wisdom that I've got for you. So you can check in on Saturday or Sunday, and you can, when you pick up your race kit, you're going to have to identify yourself that you are who you are, and we'll give you your race bib, and there's going to be 2 wristbands attached to that race bib. One wristband goes around, obviously, around your wrist. The other wristband is going to go around your bike, and usually you can put it on the seat post. So that's going to be your ticket to get your bike out of transition at the end of the day. We do not open transition until the last cyclist for your specific race distance is back into transition, so we can make sure that all of the cyclists have returned safely. So once that person is back, no matter what the urgency, the transition volunteers are not going to be letting people in to get all their gear. Going to have to be patient, soak up the atmosphere, enjoy the energy of the day. Make sure that you leave enough time to get to the train station to be able to enjoy the luxury of riding the train down to the swim start. For the short course, the train is going to start leaving at 7 o'clock in the morning, and it's going to run every 15 minutes with the last last train leaving at 7:15. 7:45, and when it gets down there, it's going to dump everybody off, not literally, but everybody gets off really quickly, and it's going to come back and get the next load, and it's going to leave every 15 minutes. So 7 o'clock, 7:15, 7:30, and 7:45, and that's the last train to leave. And then you're going to come back, then you're going to listen to me yammer on for a couple of minutes about a lot of the stuff that I'm going to talk about in this video. So the swim is literally a straight shot up the river. The river's wide, so space yourself out. If you're really going for gold and you want to be fast, put yourself at the front of the line. If you're nervous, put yourself at the back of your wave that's going. There's lots of room to the side to get in and get wet and warm up and just soak in the atmosphere. And there's tons of kayakers. We've got boats and lifeguards. If you're nervous at all, take a moment to stop, gather your breath. If you need to hang on to a kayaker for a minute, that's totally fine as well. They're just not permitted to move you forward with their assistance. They can help you. And if you're at all nervous and you're having any chest pain, shortness of breath, anything that you say, I can't do this anymore, you just take your swim cap off and you wave it in the air. So, like I said, take your time to start anywhere along the start line. We do our very best every year to mark the right distance for the course, but the river does have a current, so sometimes things drift a little bit. So don't get all bent out of shape if it's 760 meters instead of 750 meters. You can swim anywhere you want in the whole river, but you must go around that last buoy with that buoy on the left-hand side. We're going to try to make sure that one is a different color one than the other buoys, but you just make sure you go around that one as the last one. When you're swimming up, you want to swim up as far as you can towards the stairs, because it's really more efficient than standing too far out in the water and letting the pressure of the water drag yourself through up to the stairs. So swim up basically till your fingers touch the bottom of the river, and then you could stand up. By that time, it should be around the level of your knees. Sometimes when you stand up, you feel a little lightheaded or dizzy. That's totally normal. Take a couple of deep breaths, hang on to the volunteer or the railing on the staircase, and then work your way up through the swim exit towards the transition zone. Like I said, there's going to be a bunch of volunteers there. You're going to run up a short little grassy bank and head right towards transition. There's going to be a little area of carpeting that you're going to follow. Just watch out for runners that might be starting the duathlon that are going to be going in the opposite directions towards you as you're running up towards transition. So for biking, you got to know that this is a non-drafting race like most triathlons. So you can't be drafting somebody, which means that you're in a zone where the air turbulence is giving you an advantage. And that means that you need to keep 2 bike lengths at all times unless you're passing. And when you're passing, you only have 30 seconds to pass. And if you're being passed, you need to drop back to now be 2 bike lengths behind the bike that just passed you. I cannot stress enough that you need to ride single file as much as possible. Our community has been very gracious to host triathlon events for many years here. Every year there's a kerfuffle from community members that cyclists are riding 2 abreast or 3 abreast and then just not following the rules of the road. And we really want to change that culture and change that mindset and show them that the races and cyclists can coexist with cars, and the whole Share the Ride campaign that we endorse. So really, do your very best. Pass within that 30-second window, ride single file, and then everybody will be happy, okay? Riding double width outside of this window will incur a significant time penalty on the first warning. And we've got motorcyclists, we've got cars out there, we've got volunteers and OPP that are watching for this. If you get a second warning, you're DNF'd. And I'm sorry, but we need to really make sure that both you and the motorists and our community members are longtime supporters of these kinds of events. We have officials that are going to be on the motorcycles as well, so they're really going to be watching out for you. We do have 2 technical vehicles out on the bike course that are going to be there if you get a flat tire and you need help. Just make sure that if you have any issues and then you need help from one of these guys and you're not, you haven't seen one, tell one of the other athletes around you to notify a volunteer or one of the OPP. They have the phone number of the vehicles and they'll do their very best to get them to you as quickly as they can. So you as a fellow athlete, watch out for your other athletes to make sure that they are safe, that they're taken care of, and the best form of communication that we actually have on the race course is you guys. Talking amongst each other, talking with the volunteers, and just keeping everything above board. As you're coming in towards the dismount line, you're going to be coming down a hill. So don't come barreling down, because what's going to happen is you're going to hit the brakes super hard. And we've had a couple of athletes over the years flip over their handlebars and really hurt themselves. So it's not kind of worth it to get a second or 2. So really, slow down, get yourself ready. You're not going to win the race based on the dismount line. For the run course, the short course is this total distance of about 7.2 kilometers. It is a double loop course, and so please pay attention to this. Right over here where I'm standing, there's a diversion area directing you between going to the second loop, which is after you finish the first loop, you're going to come across this triangle area, and there's volunteers there. Stay to the right in order to go back down Camp Kitchen Road and do the second loop. If you've done the second loop and you're coming back, you stay to the left to go towards the finish line. And we will know if you haven't done both loops because our volunteers are there recording the numbers as they pass by. For the try or the first loop of the duathlon, the run course is a 2.5 kilometer total distance. It is just one loop. You're going to come back down this Forbes Hill Drive, and then you're not going to go back and do the second loop unless you're crazy, and you're going to stick to the left and go to the finish line. For most of you guys, if you're going to do the short course, you're going to encounter the aid station that's going to have water and sport nutrition at it 4 times, because you're going to go pass it on the way out and you're going to pass it on the way back. And if you're doing the try, you'll hit it twice. And both of these are going to be supplied by F2C Nutrition. So, take your time. If you're not gonna get a glass of water, a glass of the nutrition drink, don't run right beside the tent. Stay to the side, because often people walk through the aid stations. When you drink toss the cup into the canoes that are at the end, and that just helps us take a lot of the work off of the volunteers, because they can just collect the cups in the 2 canoes that are acting as our Muskoka garbages. We strongly enforce that you don't have any music devices or earbuds on the race course. I have a personal collection of many beautiful sets of earbuds that I've collected over the years from people that don't obey this rule. And really, if you're isolating yourself with earbuds or music, you're taking away from the opportunity to really engage with the other athletes and the volunteers and the environment that we work so hard to create for you at the Tri-Muskokan. So, remember that this is all about having fun in a really supportive but challenging and absolutely beautiful environment. Encourage each other as you go along the day. High five each other. Thank the volunteers. Littering is absolutely not tolerated, and if we catch you, you're going to get a DNF. We have tons of photographers at the swim exit, in transition, on the bike, on the run, and at the finish line, and the pictures are going to be free to you afterwards. So make sure you take the time, smile big, do your best finish line pose, or jump and wave your arms in the air as you go past them on the run course. Make it look like you're having the best time of your life, even though you might be hurting deep down inside. And after the race, we have Reactivate Muskoka providing soft tissue massage and assisted stretching for 5 or 10 minutes just to loosen things up. Grab your lunch at 10 a.m. from our culinary team. We've got an amazing spread for you this year. We've got a commemorative custom beer made by Custom Brewing Company that they're going to hand out at the Canvas Brewing Company truck. And stick around for the awards around noon. As many of you know, this event is a 100% proceeds go towards the MSCLE project, which is the movement for strength, conditioning, and active lifestyles for everybody in our community project. And what that means is we are raising money through this event every year to install publicly accessible fitness parks, both inside and outside, for our community residents and visitors to enjoy all year round, and to promote healthy lifestyles. So this year we're ramping up our fundraising efforts a little bit by having QR code signs around the race venue. If you're feeling particularly generous and you really see what we're trying to accomplish with this event and through our club and our community, scan the QR code, chuck $5 or $10 towards it. Every little bit helps. These parks cost about $300,000, so we're really trying to raise as much money through these events, and we really appreciate any and all support that you can provide. We've got some swag that we're going to have for sale, and it's going to be for sale at the check-in. And we've got beer mugs from previous year. We've got race belts that are limited supply, those ones that you can clip on and put your race bib on. So we've got a handful of those to sell. We've got a local high school team that is going to provide coffee by Inspire Coffee Company for a suggested donation of $2 or more, because they're using all of these funds to build their robot for next year. They won the provincial championships in 2022, so we're trying to keep that tradition alive. And if you haven't seen what a robotics competition looks like, go to the Facebook page or the Facebook group for the Tri-Muskokan and watch the video. It's absolutely nuts. It's not like a science fairy kind of thing. It's Robot Wars Plus. Anyways, enjoy the day. Have fun. I can't wait to see you all. Give me a super big high five. I don't care. Give me a sweaty hug. I love this event. I look forward to it every year because it brings me so much happiness, and me and my teammates within Tri-Muskoka Club and our community members, so much happiness to have you guys come to our community, to challenge yourself, to enjoy everything and get the most out of everything that this event has to offer. So I will see you soon. Get yourself all revved up, and I can't wait to see you.